What's the point of me making these videos? Like, if I'm not trying to like grow a like huge following or get brand deals at the moment, like, what's the point of even doing it at all? I don't know. There's only two things I can think of. Number one is I just want to prove to myself that I can do it the way that I want to do it, when I want to do it, how I want to do it. Like, and I don't need to follow all of the strategies and tactics that you're supposed to follow in order for me to just get started. I think that's number one. And then number two is probably just, hoping to inspire just one person out there to realize that you can do it how you want to do it. I mean, honestly, I think that's pretty much it for the time being. Yeah, I guess it's probably like an end of the year thing, right? Like in December, probably November, beginning of January, like so much of the content that everyone makes is like, get started, just get started, you know? And there are people who say, like, just make pointless videos about like nothing, just whatever you feel like making it about. There's some people who say that. And I agree, obviously, because I'm doing it this way. The most important thing is to get started. Put one foot, take the first step, and then put one foot in front of the other and just keep going, you know, and try to keep the obstacles, whether mental, emotional, or physical, try to keep those as minimal as possible so you can increase the likelihood of you continuing. Like, that is how I'm trying to approach posting videos on YouTube. Like, I'm not worried about making it flashy or like having the most interesting topics to talk about. The only thing that I'm concerned with is like, well, first off was getting started, was posting my first video, and then after that I would just keep going, you know? So it's like every new element you add to it, you add another layer of complexity, right? So like if you decide like, okay, I got started, now I want better lighting. Okay, I want I want 4K, so I got to get a new camera. Every time you add another piece to it, it becomes increasingly more complex. So as long as you're aware of that and you're managing that as you build it, then you should be fine, you know? But to think that you need all of those pieces to just start and put a video on YouTube, like, that is the fallacy that so much of us end up believing. And I'm trying to dispel that for myself personally, but hopefully one person out there eventually sees one of these videos and it's like, oh shit, that's a good point. Like, I don't fucking need to do any of that if I want to just put a video on YouTube. And I think that's the point of why I'm making these right now, and especially the way that I'm making these. I have enough equipment, video and film. I have enough film gear. I'd say from like somewhere between a small to medium sized production, like just what I own in my personal kit. It's a good amount of equipment, right? But even when I'm making these videos, I'm trying to use as little of it as possible. Like, I don't even want to use a fucking light if I don't have to. Like, I'm using a light right now for this video, and the only reason why is because when I'm in the living room, the way the sun lights up our apartment, it because we're surrounded by buildings, the lighting changes literally like every 3 minutes. The lighting is different. So the only reason why I put a light up for this video right now is so there's some sort of like control, because if I didn't, I would start this video exposed correctly and few minutes later it'd be completely dark in here. So that's the only reason why I'm using them. But that's the thing, like, there's a specific purpose as to why I'm using that light for this video right now. Obviously, I want to use a microphone so it sounds decent. Like, if there's anything you should prioritize, and I'm not the first person to say this, but if there's anything you should prioritize when it comes to making videos, I think it by far it should be the way you sound. Like, the sound of it should be number one, because it is absolutely true. It doesn't matter how good it looks. If it sounds like shit, there's a good chance no one's going to want to watch it. But if it sounds good and doesn't look great, you still have a good chance of somebody watching the video. So I would prioritize sounding decent. So I'm going to try to use a mic as much as possible. But if I don't have one on me for some reason, I don't want that to stop me from being like, "Oh, I don't have a microphone, I can't make a video." Like, as long as I got my camera or my phone even, I will use my phone. That's fine. But like, if you're adding pieces to like new elements to your videos, like, just, I would suggest make sure that they serve a specific purpose. It's not just there just to be there, you know? Like, of course you want good lighting. Of course, everybody who makes a video is gonna, I won't say everybody, most people who are thinking about making videos, lighting is gonna be a high priority. It's gonna be a top concern. And I don't think that's wrong. But I tell you what, man, if you're thinking a little more out of the box about it, then you will get creative with your lighting. Like you can get good lighting without actually owning a video light. Like that is entirely possible. You just got to think differently about the shit, you know? So, back to my point, like if you're going to add stuff as you grow and as you evolve and continue to make more videos, every time you add something, I would just think about what is the purpose that this new element that I'm adding to my production or my videos, what is the purpose that that is serving? And as long as you're kind of checking yourself along the way and asking yourself those questions or that question, I feel like there's a better chance of you like not just getting lost in the sauce and just all of a sudden you're just doing a bunch of things just because like you see other people doing it or other people are telling you that's how it's supposed to be done or whatever. Like as long as you're asking yourself that question along your journey, I think it keeps your intentions like calibrated. I mean, honestly, to me, it's about minimizing the friction between the idea that you have and the execution of said idea. I think that's pretty much what I'm trying to accomplish for myself and then hopefully try to project that out to somebody else. Yeah, I think that's the point, honestly. Well, as much as I'd like to close my eyes and take a nap right now, I got a lot of shit I got to do today. So, if you listen to that bullshit, thank you. And hopefully something in there of that nonsense is beneficial to you and your journey. Anyway, yep, that's all I got. Until the next one. Love.